I'm going to show you the top 3 Minecraft crop farms and how to build them. You can make these designs a wheat farm, a potato farm, a carrot farm, or even a beetroot farm. Our first design is great for Minecraft beginners using very simple redstone. You can make this farm as long as you want and plant as many different types of crops as you want. Assuming you make the same one as this, you'll be producing over 10 stacks of carrots per harvest. This design works on both Java Edition and Bedrock Edition. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. Here's everything you'll need to build a simple water-based crop farm. So we're going to start by building 3 9-wide walls in the shape of a C. Then we're going to clear out everything in between and make a 1-wide trench in the bottom. Find the center right here and dig it out, and then go to the other side and dig out a little bit more, just enough so you can make a little chest room down here. Place your chest and then place a hopper pointing into the back of that in the middle of the trench, and don't fall down in a hole like that. There you go. We're going to make an infinite water source over here because we're going to be using a lot of water, so as long as you brought 2, that should be fine. Place 1 on each side like this, and we're going to place a slab on top of the chest to keep the water out and make sure we can still open it. And now we're going to make another platform up 1 block like before, but this one's only going to be 7 long. And then we're going to make 1 more that's 7 long. You can actually make as many as you want. I'm just going to stick with 3 for now. So now we're going to place water all along the top, and if you do it right, it should flow all the way to the bottom. Now we're going to place trapdoors like this. It can be any kind, and we're going to use redstone later to open and close these whenever we want. Now you're going to take any slab you want. I like to use granite because it blends in the most with the farmland, but you're just going to put it on the top half of the middle of whatever platform you're on, and then waterlog it, just so that you have water for all your crops to grow, and then it's completely invisible to the eye. And now to make sure we don't actually trample any of our crops, we're going to put slabs on one side, just anywhere you want. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's enough for you to get up and down without trampling all your crops and having to bring a hoe every time you're here. And now it's time to plant your crops, and you can use any crop you want. You can use wheat, carrots, potatoes, even beetroot if you want that for some reason. It doesn't matter, you can use them all. So now we're going to need to do the redstone. We're going to place a dust behind each one of these trapdoors like this. We're going to bring one on the corner right here and put a repeater just to make sure the signal's long enough. At this end block right here, we're going to put a torch, and then for all the middle ones, no matter how many you have, just put 1 repeater on each and you should be fine, as long as the rest is redstone dust. You can place a button right here and it should be fine. So let's give this a test, and it should last just long enough for the water to pour out and break all the crops without staying out for too long. And if for some reason some of your carrots get stuck, as you can see there, just run the water again and it'll be fine. Our next design is fully automatic, relying on villagers to do the work for you. How this farm works is that when a villager has excess food, they look for another villager that has less than them to share with. We're going to put a bait villager in between 2 farmer villagers and steal all the crops they try to give him with this hopper minecart. This design works on Bedrock Edition as well. Sadly, because it relies on villagers, that does make this the slowest farm of the 3. Here's everything you'll need to build a villager-based automatic crop farm. So we're going to begin by finding the area we're going to build our villager crop farm at, and we're going to make a 9-wide wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're going to stack that up by 1, just like this. And now we're going to make 3 more walls like this on each side in kind of an 8 shape. And once you have all that complete, we're going to drop on the inside, and we're going to break this middle wall in between these. And we're going to break on one side all of the lower blocks, just like this. Then we're going to take our shovel, and we're going to make an exit from this spot right here that goes all the way outside to here. So now we're going to go inside, and we're going to place a chest right here at the first block like that. We're going to get a hopper and point it into the chest like that. Put a rail on top of the hopper so that it faces vertically from the chest, and a hopper minecart on top of that. We're going to place a block above this, get oak trapdoors or whatever kind you want, place it on the top half of this block. We're going to hop over to this side and do it again on this side. And now we can break this, and we should be able to walk through this, but villagers cannot. So let's break our block over here. Let's get the rest of our slabs. Let's dig back down a little bit to get outside. We can push our minecart back in. Actually, I'm just going to replace that. Let's place some slabs in front of this so that the minecart can't be pushed out like that. And we can bring these all the way out just to make it look better, and you can crouch to walk through here. So now we need the actual farm part. So if you center yourself inside of here like this, you can break the block below you, put a slab of any kind you want, piece of water, and then you can till all this, but let's do the other side first. Slab, piece of water, and on top of these you're going to place a composter and a solid block. And this is so your villagers become farmers, but also don't get stuck inside the composter. So now we can till all of our grass and plant any crops we want: carrots, wheat, potatoes, beetroot if you want that for some reason. And then all that's left to do is get our villagers in here, and it can be a little tricky, but I think boats are probably the easiest for this situation. I almost forgot, it will actually help you a lot if you place torches in the center right here on each side, just to help speed up the crop growth during the night as well. And one final tip I have that I've just realized is that sometimes this villager may actually be too close and he might pick up a couple items, so just make sure this block directly under here is not a crop and you should be fine. Our final design uses a weird interaction between pistons and crops to break fully grown crops immediately. It almost feels like cheating. This farm relies on bone meal for input, but if you're low on bone meal, feel free to try out this automatic bone meal farm I'll link at the top. There are versions of this type of farm on Bedrock Edition, but they're much different and very slow compared to this. So we're going to begin by finding the area we want to build our farm at, and we're going to place 3 dispensers facing towards the center block like this. We're going to break the center block and a block next to it and place water there. Then we're going to place our block back and till it. And now we can plant our seeds right here. Now in the corners of the dispensers, we're going to place full blocks, and on top of all of the blocks but one dispenser, you're going to place more blocks. We're going to place an observer on top of this dispenser with the arrow pointing up. You can see the red dot on top right here. We're going to cover all of these 5 blocks with redstone dust. We're going to hop down, place a piston above the seeds, and this will break the plants for us. And we're going to place one more full block in front right here. Now we're going to put some bone meal in each of those dispensers right here. One more, one more in the back right here. And now, if we place a lever on this dispenser, click it once, then again, we can hold right click and replant our seeds and get instant wheat for as many seeds as we have.